Oh boy, here we go. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa for those of you new here, and thank you so much for watching. In today's video, we are going over all of my 2023 favorites. We are going to be going into hair, skincare, body, and makeup, and of course pregnancy items that I've been really loving and been a lifesaver for me going through this pregnancy. If you are new here, I am currently pregnant with twins that are due in the spring of this year now. Yeah, there are some products that have been lifesavers for me going through this pregnancy, as well as some hair, again, beauty, makeup. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. I really like doing these recap favorite videos, and I have actually debated doing a specific favorite, like consistently just doing favorite videos like once a quarter as I'm testing out new products and discovering new products, especially with becoming a mom and with the twins coming. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be finding some go-to products. So hit the like button if you like favorites videos, and subscribe if you are new here. I love you. Join little family. Grab a tea. I got some tea for myself. It's a apple cinnamon tea, which is one of my favorites. As you can see, I'm still in the holiday spirit. So grab your tea or your snack, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's start with some hair products that I've really liked. And two of them kind of go together. And I apologize in advance because some of these products might look a little gross, but I try to clean them as much as I could. So the first one is this Way hair scrubber. As you can see, it's just a silicone scrubber, and it's a scalp scrubber. And again, silicone, it's got silicone little spikes on it. And what you do is when you shampoo your hair, you just kind of scrub your scalp. In the process, it suds up the shampoo and also really gets in deep into your scalp. And from my understanding and my research, when you really scrub on your scalp, it promotes hair growth, but it also gets a lot of the dead skin cells and also any product buildup that you have. And I got this alongside with the next product I'm going to talk about in a FabFitFun box, and I love this thing. I use this, I wash my hair twice a week, and I use it each time, and I feel like it has caused my hair to grow even longer and faster, and I feel like it looks a lot healthier, especially in the beginning of my pregnancy. I was still fairly active, so I was still playing, coaching, and my hair was really taking a beating. I was using a ton of dry shampoo or hairspray if I've curled my hair. So you get a lot of product buildup, and these are amazing. I really like this one, and I was interested in getting something like this, and it just so happens that one came in my FabFitFun box. But there are a ton of these on Amazon. You can get them at Target. Not this exact one, but get something like this, and it'll really transform your hair, to be honest. And I know postpartum, this might not be the most gentle thing to use, especially because of the hair loss, but I think I will still continue to use it through then, just to, again, really get the hair growth going and get my scalp really rejuvenated. So if you haven't tried something like this out, I really recommend checking it out, especially if you're kind of having some hair troubles, or you are kind of maybe training your hair from, washing it, 4 or 5 times a week, and then you want to go a little less. I would say really try this out. It's done wonders for my hair, and I feel like my hair is a lot healthier. It's a lot softer. Again, the length, granted that could be pregnancy helping with that, but even before then, I've been using this consistently, and it's been amazing. So really try to check either this one out or just try a scrubber out. Okay, and what came with it was the Way Detox Shampoo, and this I also got in the FabFitFun box. This was kind of we've had an interesting relationship, let's say. When I first started out, I was using this every single time I shampooed, which in theory you think would be great since I'm only shampooing twice a week. And I needed to get my scalp detoxed. I needed to get all that buildup gone, you know, in the combination with these two together, they did great. However, when I was using it that much, it really dried out my scalp and it really dried out my hair. So I started cutting back on it. I would use it like every other time, and I still was having that issue. And so now what I do is I use it once a month, and it's usually in the beginning of the month. So I just recently used it. And ever since then, I feel like my hair has a little bit more shine to it. It's not as dry. It's definitely got a little bit more moisture. I feel like my scalp is not as itchy. So as you can see, I haven't used a ton of it, but that's because I've cut back on it. And I really enjoy this. These two combined have really transformed my hair. And I really like it. This is a mini. This isn't even like the full size, my understanding. It's got 10 fluid ounces. It's done wonders. Again, like combination with some other things, like it's done a fabulous job. Really recommend trying it out. This is the second whey product, minus, you know, this, that I've tried out. And the first one was like the leave-in conditioner, and I found that was just too heavy. But I really like this, and you know, I think I might try some other products of theirs, especially with postpartum coming. I really want to get some products that will still like try to minimize the postpartum hair loss. So I'm interested in trying more products from them. If you have any recommendations from Whey that you really like and have tried out, leave them down below in the comments. I really like this. Recommend if you have not tried it out. Okay, the next thing is fairly new, but ever since then I love it, and that is these giant satin kitsch scrunchies. The set I got is this gold color, and then you also get one in black. You can find them on Amazon, and as you can see, it's huge. Like just compare it to like my head, it's really big. I actually was just wearing it as I did a get ready with me, where I talk about like my 2023 recap and 2024 goals. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link that up in the eye and down below. I really love this, and I love it for one, I love the size. I think the size is so fun, but I have really, as you can see, I have really like thin, fine hair, but I have a lot of it. So even though I have a lot of it, I have kind of small buns, let's just say. Like when I put my hair up in a bun, it's not very big on top of my head. And with this scrunchie and the color of this scrunchie, it kind of gives the illusion of a bigger bun. Like, you know the sock bun we all did back in the mid 2000s? Yeah, we all did it. We all had that sock bun, and we all had the kitsch, like almost like scrubber tool that we put on our head and we wrapped our hair. Gives that vibe, but I also love scrunchies and big scrunchies like this. So it's a little bit easier and less time consuming to do that big old bun on your head. So I really like it. Also, the fact that it is satin, so it helps control frizz. So I've worn this at night, and yeah, I really like it. I think it's super fun and cute. I'm a big scrunchie girl, so I really like it. If you are looking for something like this, especially if you're someone who goes to bed with your hair wet, or you want to have like these blowout curls and don't want to have to constantly retouch them up. I've used the Shark Flex style to create curls like this, and I kind of want to keep them like this as long as possible. I have slept with my hair in this, and it does help keep the curl going. This is third day hair. Yeah, third day hair. And this, I just touched up the curls, which is super quick. So as you can see, they're not super tight, but honestly, I still like the blowout bend that they have. And this will help keep that blowout look, if you know what I mean. All right, and the last hair product is this curling iron. This is a little bit more on the expensive side, but honestly, I've gotten the cost per use out of it already. And this is the Bioionic curling iron, and this is the 1-inch one. And this has been amazing. As you can see, it has the extra long barrel with longer hair. This is so handy. And with this longer barrel, and it's really smooth, I've used this constantly. My hair doesn't get stuck in this. I believe that I have a vlog where I'm using this, and you can see that it just glides. My hair just glides right on through it. And if you don't want to use the clip, you can wrap it, or you can unscrew and get the clip portion off. Honestly, I've done it with the clip on and it's fine, but I mostly use this for clip kind of blowout look kind of curls like I have on today. These curls lasted a long time for me. You have adjustable temperature where you go 250 all the way to 430. I tend to curl my hair around 360 and they last a long time. Again, really smooth. And for my hair, the bioionic technology, I can tell, especially with the heat protectant, that it doesn't feel like my hair is getting as damaged. Again, I think that's also contributing to my hair growing a lot faster and a lot healthier looking, is because of the things I'm adding and how I'm washing my hair, and also the other products. The heat protectant I'm not really liking, so that's why that's not in my favorites right now. But you know, the fact that I'm using it, and then I'm using a nicer curling iron. I was before using Hot Tools, but that one finally went kaput and I've been needing a new one. Again, love this, love the extra long, like you can see the barrel starts here, goes all the way up to here. It's longer than my head, so with longer hair is amazing. If you haven't tried it out, it's really worth the price tag. I know it's a little bit more expensive than Hot Tools, but the fact of the longer barrel and 1 inch, the curls last a long time, like it's really, really worth the money. All right, on to skincare and like body care. Mostly have skincare items. Well, no, it's actually about the same. All right, so we're gonna start with skincare, and I'm gonna start off with the Naturium BHA Liquid Exfoliant 2%. This is a leave-on exfoliant with salicylic acid and bioactive fruit acids. Naturium came out with this year. It is the equivalent to the Paula's Choice BHA that I love and my skin loves. And I saw this at Target and I kind of heard some good things about it. So I figured I'd try it out because it's a little less expensive than the BHA, and Target is a little bit more convenient for me, so I figured I'd try it out, and I really like it. As you can see, I've gone about halfway through the bottle. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, I've gone about halfway through the bottle, and my skin really likes it. I think the Paula's Choice is still slightly better, but I still think this does a really good job, and it really helped with the texture of my skin. It's helped with my hyperpigmentation that I get on my upper lip. I feel like my pores look better. Granted, you can't necessarily shrink them, but overall, I feel like it does the exact same as the Paula's Choice one. I feel like there might be another ingredient that the Paula's Choice does better, but I've been reaching for this constantly. I haven't missed the Paula's Choice since I've used this, so I really like it. I think Naturium is a great skincare brand. I've tried a couple of their products, and you really can't go wrong. So if you haven't tried this and you're looking for something that's maybe easier to get for you instead of the Paula's Choice, I would definitely try this one out. And honestly, I see myself buying this one again over getting the Paula's Choice. Not that the Paula's Choice is bad, it's just they're neck and neck. So all right, no surprise here, the Naturium Vitamin C Complex Serum. This is a vitamin C complex plus hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. I've talked about this constantly. It's been in multiple empties videos. I've used this constantly, and I love that there is a pump on and it does wonders for my skin. My skin loves the hyaluronic acid, loves the vitamin C. Again, helped with brightness of my skin and helped with the hyperpigmentation that I get. And I honestly am wearing kind of a matte powder on, but you still see glow coming through, and it just does wonders for my skin. I can't rave about this enough. I tried the Tula vitamin C, and this just beats it every single time. If you're looking for a vitamin C that's not terribly expensive, really recommend getting this. And it's convenient. Most vitamin C's come in a dropper. This one comes in a pump, which is so nice. I don't really like dropper packaging, and so the fact that this came in a pump was like the first thing that really caught me. And so I've tried it out, and it's it's amazing. It's a constant repurchase for me. I've learned that I cannot go without this because it does amazing things for my skin. All right, last face skincare product. I purchased this fairly recently and it's quickly become a favorite of mine. It is the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. This is a mini of it and I plan on buying the full size once I use this up. It is a powder that you just, I don't want to do it because I don't want to waste anything and just get powder everywhere. It is a powder that you just put in your hand, add some water, creates a paste, and it's a physical exfoliant that exfoliates your face. And when I first got it, it said to use it every day after cleansing. And I was kind of wary of that because we're in the winter, colder months and my skin is a little bit drier. And I didn't want to go too harsh with it, especially since I was using this exfoliant as well. I started doing it every other day, and even just that, it was amazing. My skin felt so smooth and it felt so clean and it felt so rejuvenated. And I was like, wow, why haven't I gotten this before? And so I'm kind of, again, this is another product I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't get sooner because this is amazing and it does wonders for my skin. I love a good physical exfoliant for my body, but I was always nervous about doing it for my face because of how dry my face is, or just because how dry my skin can get when it gets a little bit colder. So I was a little nervous about that, but oh boy, this is amazing. I still stick to every other day, and that seems to be working. If my skin still starts feeling a little more dry than I like, then I'll try every day. But for right now, this works great for every other day use. And yeah, I really like it. Again, kicking myself for not trying it sooner. Okay, the next two products I don't have because I have emptied them out and I am working on other products. So first one is the Being Frenchy body wash, and specifically in the lavender scent. Being Frenchy is Ashley Tisdale's line that she has at Target, and she has all these different scents with different, different essential oils. I don't know why that word escaped me. And I finished up some old body washes that I've had in my just in my stash, and I was looking for a body wash and I figured why not try it out, and it had lavender oil and it is amazing. It washed my body really well. It didn't dry out my skin, which a lot of body washes tend to do. And the scent and the feeling of the lavender essential oil on me was just so lovely. I tend to shower at night, so I like to use more scents and or essential oils that are more calming and relaxing to get me a little bit more relaxed and ready for sleep. Because with pregnancy, definitely the pregnancy insomnia has kicked my butt, and it really makes me want to try other products from that line. I plan on repurchasing it after I use up the body wash I'm currently using. And yeah, it's amazing. If you haven't tried out her body wash, I don't know about her other products, but I'm gonna try some of her other products. But for the body wash, if you haven't tried that, I really recommend trying that out. The next item is the Tree Hut Body Scrub. That stuff, oh my gosh. I tried a couple of their scents, and honestly, I haven't found a scent that I don't like. I just finished up the vanilla one, and that one's really lovely. Pick your scent and you'll love it, because that scrub really transformed my legs specifically. I was getting really bad extra dryness on my shins and calf areas, and no matter scrub that I was using, body oil, body lotion, was helping me until I got and used the Tree Hut body scrub on there, and it completely transformed my legs. My legs feel a lot smoother, a lot more moisturized. I feel like I actually got the dead skin cells off. With getting the actual skin cells off, I feel like the body oils and body lotions are absorbing more, so it just overall my skin feels so healthy and so soft and moisturized, and especially with pregnancy, like I found that it's helped with stretch marks, and also, which honestly, I don't care if I get stretch marks. I just haven't. I know I'm pretty lucky in that sense. Granted, it's not over, so I could still get some. I feel like it's really helped with that, and it's really helped with like my body changes and just keeping my skin really plump and moisturized, I guess is the best way to describe it. I love that scrub, and I will forever repurchase it. Now the scent, again, in the summer I did a vitamin C one, and it was amazing. I did vanilla going through the fall and winter. I just finished the vanilla one, like I said, so I need to pick up another one. I don't know what scent I'll get it, but there hasn't been, I've tried two of them, and it's been amazing, and I have no complaints, and it's really exfoliated my skin. So if you haven't tried Tree Hut and you're looking for a body scrub exfoliant, really recommend, especially a physical one, because it does a fabulous job of getting, scrubbing the dead skin cells off and the dryness off without really irritating your skin. Granted, I don't have sensitive skin, so if you do, maybe kind of test it on some different parts of your body to really see before you go full blown with it. Because for me, like, my skin is fairly normal, so I don't typically have a bad reaction to any of that unless I go too overboard with the exfoliant. So, and for me, it did great. So I really love that stuff. So really recommend. I feel like I talked a long time about body scrub. The last body care item are my Ritual Essential for Women Prenatal Multivitamins. I've been taking these throughout my pregnancy. I know Ritual is heavily sponsored. This video is not sponsored by any of the companies or products that I am mentioning in this video. I know they are, but the hype is real. I feel a difference. When I ran out and I had some other ones, I think it was some from my doctor, I could tell a difference. I could tell I wasn't as energized. I could tell I felt like I wasn't, the biggest thing was energized. I didn't feel as good. Granted, it was first trimester, so nothing was making me feel good, to be honest. I feel like they really made a difference, and it's a company that really is transparent of where their ingredients are from. My husband takes them, and he's even said he's noticed a difference. So I plan on taking these, for the rest of my life. Not necessarily the prenatal ones, but I plan on using them for my vitamins, and the convenience of it getting shipped to your house. You don't have to go buy it in store. You can now. They're at Target if you need to. Yeah, and they have it for women, kids, men, prenatal, postnatal. I do plan on taking them for my postnatals as well. So yeah, I really like these. If you haven't pulled the trigger on trying these out, really recommend if you are in search of a new multivitamin, and doesn't have a ton of it doesn't have, actually I don't even think has any sugar in it. Yeah, and if you're looking for a multivitamin that's not necessarily like the sugar gummies, because those have a ton of sugar, because they have a ton of sugar in them, I really recommend, because I would take those gummies all the time because, it was a gummy, so it was like a little easier to take. I have found this doesn't bother me as much as I thought it would. So yeah, really recommend these, and they are now a staple in both mine and my husband's life. All right, now on to pregnancy favorites. Let's start with the thing that will take me through even after pregnancy, and that is this Simple Modern water bottle. And we all know Simple Modern. They've created the dupe for Stanley. I saw this water bottle at Target, and it's really cute. As you can see, it has the Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse print on it. That's what initially drew me. I'm a Disney lover. And this one is 32 ounces. Yeah, this one is their 32-ounce bottle, and it has the kind of straw cap on it. I've loved this, and boy, does it keep your water cold. That was one thing I was really, really shocked, is before it got super cold, we were getting like these random like heat waves and cold fronts here in Texas, And I found that this has kept my water cold, kept ice cubes still in form, like the longest out of all of my water bottles that I've had. Now, I don't have a Stanley, so I can't like confirm or deny if it's a Stanley dupe. I only can go based off of some of the things I've seen. And this has been a lifesaver. It's got the little handle on it, so easy to carry around. The only downside is it doesn't really fit in most cup holders, if any, but I think I'm going to get an adapter for my car that you can sit a bottle this size, because this is great for when I go back to playing. I was using this while I was playing, so it was great for playing. It was great for coaching because I was out and about a lot and being very active. I keep this with me everywhere, and it has, the lid comes off and it's really easy to, okay, my husband put this on super tight. It's got a huge opening where you can easily fill it with ice and also water. And I've put liquid IV in here, so it's been really handy. Again, it's kind of been attached to my hip, and I really like it. And if you haven't tried Simple Modern, I've debated getting one for my husband. But we have a ton of water bottles. That was one thing that I told myself if I was purchasing it, and I really like it. I gotta go through my water bottles and get rid of the ones that I don't use, because honestly, this is probably gonna be the only one I use for a very long time. And also the other plus side of this is that it has a straw, but you have no chance of spilling. Like, you have no chance of spilling. So that's one of the reasons why I went with that shape, other than the kind of Stanley dupe one. Okay. On to the next thing. So I have this belly band that I got from Baby Bub. And actually my husband bought this for me. It's kind of wrapped up right now. I've recently needed to use this because trying to do on walks and trying to stay active in a safe as possible way. Trying to follow doctor's orders while still remaining healthy. And this is a belly band that goes around your bump, and it has this mesh material that this part goes around your bump. This is super stretchy, wraps around it, and it helps kind of alleviate back pain, which I've been starting to get as my bump has gotten bigger. And we are finishing up the nursery, been kind of doing different things, and so this helps support my back, as well as when I go on walks, or if I know we're going to be out and about for a significant time period. This, as you can see, rolls up really small, and I can throw it in my bag, or I can wear it underneath like a sweatshirt, and it helps support my back and kind of help lift the bump a little bit. Granted, in the beginning, didn't really have a whole lot of need for this, but I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to need it. And he just kind of threw it in with the other product I'm going to talk about as a thing I can use when I did get big enough. And it's been really handy, especially recently. And it's been great. It's been definitely a lifesaver for my back pain. I've been getting a lot of back and rib pain. So yeah, that has helped a lot. So this next thing is this pregnancy pillow, and this is from Baby Bub. This side is like the smaller pillow, and then this one is the elongated leg attachment. So how this works is, instead of doing the giant pillows that take up the entire bed, the ones that wrap around, it's like a giant body pillow. These are kind of more, they're a little bit smaller, a little bit more manageable, and they go underneath you with this band, and you adjust based off of your size. Got some dog hair because I got 2 dogs. It's got a Velcro, and you adjust it based off of your size of bump, and it'll go underneath it. You lay in the middle, and it helps support your back. And then it helps support your bump. Jordan recently got this long one for me to go, so you can put your legs around it, and it's been so comfortable. It comes with other attachments. Of course, I'll link everything down below. And that thing has been a game changer. As you can see, it's not that big, like it's big, but without that elongated pillow for putting in between my legs and also kind of still supporting the baby bump. This thing is not that big, especially, and so when I first got it, it had two of the smaller pillows to kind of support my smaller bump as well as my back. And what it's supposed to do is supposed to help prevent like you sleeping on your back, and which causes a lot of pain. Let me tell you, it causes a lot of pain. So it helps prevent that as well as support your baby bump. So that also helps your back as well. And that thing has been amazing. I have been sleeping with it ever since I started showing. And it's been great. There's been times that was a little hard where I wasn't like quite big enough for even like the closest I could get it, which kind of sucked. But once you get to the right side, like once you really start showing, it has, oh my gosh, it has helped so much. And especially with the pillow between your knees, because that really helps your hips. That's been amazing too. So I really recommend that. I haven't tried like the giant like pregnancy pillow things. I haven't tried that. I've only tried this because I wanted something, one, that wasn't so overpowering. We don't have a huge bed, and so I didn't want to be at the point where I got to kick Jordan out of the bed, you know? But I still wanted the support that I needed, especially with twins. There was the possibility of me just being enormous. Granted, it hasn't been the case, but again, we ain't done yet. I could explode and expand in the next few weeks, so I didn't want to get anything, like I wanted to get something where I could really be supported, but without taking over the bed. So I really love that thing, and the company was shipped it out really quickly. And you know, they even have other things. They have leggings, they have the belly band that I talked about, and shirts and postpartum stuff. So there's a ton of stuff on that website. Nothing bad to say about it. And funny enough, I found them on Instagram of all places. So really love that. If you're pregnant and you're in need of a pillow, grab that thing. Just trust me, grab that thing. All right, 2 clothing items that have saved me. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I didn't get these earlier. So in the first trimester, I was starting to show towards the end, which I think is normal. I think I started showing, though, a little bit faster than most people because twins. Went shopping with my mom, and we've looked for pregnancy jeans or maternity jeans, and like just looking for tops and sweaters. Sweaters I didn't really need. I got one sweater, which has been really handy. I've worn that one a lot. Yeah, and I found, you know, the jeans where it looks the jean portion up to the low rise, and then it's just a stretchy knit material. I think it's a jersey that goes over your bump to, you know, so you can still feel normal. I feel like is the best way, and you can still feel like stylish, and you can wear jeans and again accommodate the bump. The biggest thing is accommodate the bump. But I found that in that in between stage, you feel frumpy because the jeans are too big, but you're still but you're too big for your normal jeans, and you need something to help you in between, and that's what this thing was. This is from Isabel by Ingrid and Isabel, and it's this belly band. As you can see, it just looks like it's just a band made out of legging material, and you'd be right. They have these rubber. This is a rubber trim that helps keep it up, and what you can do is you can put this over your maternity jeans that are still too big, and it helps keep them on and tight. Or you can put this over your regular jeans where the zipper doesn't close or the button doesn't close, and this helps keep it up. You can put this under crop tops if you have like a cropped sweater, you don't want to have your belly out or whatever. This has been a fantastic layering piece, and it's helped me feel a lot more comfortable in pregnancy, especially during that in-between stage. I still use it for when I have like a crop sweater, like I said, or if I just need like a little extra support. Now, this one particular doesn't have any sort of supportive seaming or anything like that. It does have a thick band at the bottom, which is a thick hem. And I found that it still feels like it's supporting, even though it doesn't have like maybe necessarily supportive seams, which I'll show you here in a second. But this was a game changer for that in-between stage. So if you are there, look for something like this. I got this at Target, not terribly expensive. And a lot of times they actually have like deals on their maternity stuff, which take advantage if you see that. Use this. And also this I could use postpartum when I'm still getting when my body is still kind of transforming back into shape and I want a little bit more like support. Now this is not Spanx. I will tell you that this is not Spanx. This is just a little extra oomph, and you can use it as a layering piece. So again, I can use this postpartum as well for when I'm, again, in that weird in-between stage, you know? So there's that. And then the last item is this tank top, which is also from Target. And this is the Isabel by Ingrid and Isabel. And this is their tank top version of what I was talking about, where it's just a tank top layering piece that you can put over those jeans that are a little too big or a little too small. Gives you support, and again, it gives you extra length if you want to cover the bump more. I've used that for when my shirt that weren't cropped, that started getting cropped. This one actually has the this one has like ribbed seaming. Hope you can see it, where it goes around the bump that helps support, and then the ribbing goes on the back as well. Again, I hope you can see it's hard with the white, but this has definitely helped with support and helped me feel more comfortable and felt a little bit more human. I didn't want to be just in sweatpants and leggings. Granted, I'm consistently been in that recently. It's because I've been working on different projects where I don't want to be in my nice maternity jeans. But when I am like going out to dinner or going out shopping or doing something outside the house where I still want to look a little bit more put together, again, that's me. If you want to go through pregnancy in sweatpants and sweatshirts, you do you. I understand. It is a lot more comfortable. I understand. But for me, like when I'm going to church or, again, going and doing something, I want to be in my jeans or in my nice sweaters and be a little bit more, again, put together. This has been great layering piece. Again, it's a tank top, so you don't have to worry about it like falling down. Again, it has a little bit more support, so you do get some support on the bump, and it's super stretchy, very, very comfortable. Really recommend. I also know there's some on Amazon that are really similar as well, but really recommend something like this if you're in that same stage like I was, where it's the in-between of fitting into things and not fitting into things. Okay, yeah, so that's all of my pregnancy favorites. And now we are on to the makeup. Anyone else out of breath? Whew. And the kids have been and the twins have been kicking this entire time. All right, now on to the makeup, and I'm gonna go in the order that I do my makeup. Honestly, there's videos of me putting on these products, so I will link as much as I can down below. Starting off with foundations. First, I have, no surprise here, the Revlon's Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. This has 5% squalane and hyaluronic acid. This is the foundation I'm actually wearing today. This is shade 213. I also have shade 305, I believe. And I saw this, really wanted to try it out because I haven't really tried a whole lot of Revlon in general. And this year, it looked interesting to me, the fact that it was a kind of more skincare kind of foundation. And it had squalane and hyaluronic acid, which both ingredients my skin loves. And I was genuinely surprised with how healthy this made my skin look. It had some coverage. Is this full coverage by any means? No, it's definitely medium, sometimes light coverage. You can definitely make it a medium, almost full if you layer it, which this does a pretty good job of layering. And it was it's a nice foundation. I was really, really surprised. And again, made my skin look healthy. When I got this, I was wearing this nonstop, and I felt like my skin again looked so healthy, and I feel like it covered up and evened out my skin tone, which, like I said, I have like hyperpigmentation on like my upper lip and chin area, and it doesn't look cakey. Granted, there's some powders it doesn't like, but for the most part it works well with other, all of my other products except for a couple of powders, like I said. And it's so good. Like, if you haven't tried it out, seriously, go try it out. If you're looking for like a medium coverage foundation, it's in a pump glass bottle, so it's really like luxurious feeling, but it's not too expensive. And yeah, I love this foundation. This has been my go-to liquid foundation for sure. This next foundation is kind of surprising because I recently got it and I really haven't been able to put it down since. These two foundations have been really battling it out. And this is the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blur and Smooth Tint Stick. This is Fenty's new foundation stick that they recently came out. I have the shade 7, and it's a wonderful foundation. And this is the first foundation stick I've ever used, and it makes me kind of think, why haven't I used foundation sticks before? Because the convenience of drawing it on, blending it out, and you're done. And as you can see, I've used a decent amount, but I got a ways to go. And this is a little bit leaning more matte in my opinion. And I'm not typically one that goes for matte things, but I think this is a nice, like, natural matte. And I feel like I can liven up my skin a little bit with setting spray, as well as highlight and blush and some of the other products I'll talk about here in a second. I really, really like this. I haven't been able to put it down ever since I got it. I got another foundation in that Sephora haul, and I haven't really touched it. I've tested it, but in like my daily like routine, I've been going to this, especially during the holiday season where I needed to get ready quick. This was amazing. I just draw it on, boom, blend it out with a brush, and my foundation was done. So I really like this. I haven't tried like their liquid ease drops, so I don't know the comparison of either of how similar it is, but all I know is I really like this, and I'm intrigued to try more Fenty products. I do plan on doing a video talking about brands I want to try in 2024, so subscribe and stay tuned for that. I love this. If you are looking for a natural finish foundation, but you want convenience and quickness, check this one out. Really, really recommend. These two have been my go-to foundations all year. Granted, I got this one recently, but these have been my go-to this year. All right. And then another foundation that I liked, but this is a powder foundation, and that I really loved this year, is the Essence 16-Hour Cover and Last Powder Foundation. This I got when I was testing out of like a full face of Essence. This is in the shade 05 Classic Vanilla. I think this is a really good shade match for me, and it's a really nice foundation. I've worn it by itself. I've worn it as a powder, just a regular powder, and this blurs my skin. It lasts a long time. It's helped smooth out my skin. It does really well combining with other foundations, concealers. I never have a problem with this one. It's usually the other product is the problem because I know how this one reacts, and this is just a fabulous powder. And the fact that it's Essence, so super affordable. I mean, I'm a drugstore girly, although I've dabbled into some high-end recently, but this I've constantly gone back to. This works great with both of the Revlon and the Fenty foundations. Again, I've worn this by itself when I just want to even out my skin and kind of smooth it out a little bit. It's a great powder foundation, and if you haven't tried it out, again, my shade is Classic Vanilla, and to me it seems like this is a perfect match. I haven't worn it for 16 hours, so I can't confirm it'll last like that, but I don't typically wear my makeup that long anyways. I really like this, and the fact that it's just compact, and the fact that it's a pressed powder, so it's easy to travel with. Yeah, it's really liked this foundation. All right, on to another newer favorite. This is one I haven't been able to put down. This is the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. This is in the shade Light. This is in the shade Light Medium. As you can see, really close to my skin tone, but has a peachy undertone. I hope that's in focus. I've used it a ton, and I've used it non-stop. I'm actually wearing it underneath my concealer today. And I've never tried like a color corrector or an eye brightener like this. And again, kicking myself for not doing it sooner, because this is so handy. I've worn this by itself. I've worn this under concealers, and especially with pregnancy insomnia, and I know the lack of sleep that I will be getting when the twins are here, this completely takes away any dark circles I have, and also helps kind of cover the, helps the conceal. Why is that flaky? I just realized my mascara is flaking like crazy. Holy cow. All right. Any hoozles. This has helped like concealers, provide concealers more coverage, and again, cancels out dark circles. Like you can, like, there's, again, some as like, because I've worn this makeup for a long time, it's just amazing. And actually, my mom tried it when she was here last, and she really liked it. And she immediately, when they got home, she texted me. She goes, "What was that eye brightener that you saw?" Because that's something that she and I both have in common, especially, is that we just have really prominent and dark circles. And so this, again, game changer. Worn it by itself, and just to get out the door to just kind of feel a little bit more awake. And also when I've done full glam, and it's great. It's amazing. The putty texture is the e.l.f.'s putty texture. I really like it. I'm pretty sure I will maybe empty this out this next coming year, and I will repurchase it. All right, on to a concealer I really surprisingly loved this year and actually traveled with because I liked it so much. And that is the Makeup Revolution In Real Life Filter Finish Soft Matte Concealer. And this is in shade C7. This was definitely a surprise because this is a matte concealer. And it does a great job of covering up any dark circles. It works well with the e.l.f. Putty Putty Corrector. Gosh, this necklace keeps sticking in my sweatshirt. It works well with that. But what I love about this, and what I kind of discovered with testing it, is it does way better when you don't set it with powder. And I have, I'm 30, so I have wrinkles, so concealer's going to crease, and it is what it is. And I'm also a very expressive person, so I I move my face a lot, and I'm very expressive, and so I do kind of expect things to crease. So this doesn't crease this creases more when I powder it. When I don't crease it, when I don't powder it, it's actually not that bad. I really love this. This was a surprise for me that when I was like kind of getting my list together, I was like, you know what? That's been a favorite because it kind of speeds up my makeup time because I'm not having to set my under eye. It's one of those that if it does crease, I can kind of just like tap, or if I'm like near my makeup brushes, I can just kind of tap it with a brush and it kind of rejuvenates it, and it still has really good coverage. So this was a surprise that this was a favorite, but yeah, this was one I reached for a lot. On to some cream products. This cream bronzer that I really liked this year and I will use constantly. Granted, I'm trying to be better about rotating my products. So this is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer, and this is in Light. This is a really wonderful cream bronzer. As you can see, I used it a ton, got a little dip in the middle. This is so smooth. This has a wonderful tone for my skin, and this lasts a very long time, and it works well under different powders and powder bronzers. This was amazing. I can't get over how smooth and easily blendable this is. If you have not tried this and you need a cream bronzer, you really need to try it. And it's it's incredible. There are times when I'm doing the rotation of my different products to try, be really good about using a ton of them, or about using my products in my collection, because, I don't have a massive collection, but it's big enough where I feel like products can get lost. I found myself missing this. And, I do like stick products, like stick cream products, because the convenience of, again, drawing it on and then blending it out. But this blends out so easily, so smoothly, and so quickly that it doesn't even matter that it's in a pot. So I really love this, and I continue to use it. I even debated putting this in my project pan in this coming up year, which that video is also coming too. I'm really happy I have this. And I'm looking at it now and I'm like, dang it, I should have put it on today. It's a wonderful cream bronzer. It really is, if you haven't tried it out. All right, on to cream blushes. And surprisingly, all of them are high end, which is, again, I have a lot of drugstore bronzers. I have a lot of drugstore in my collection. And the fact that my favorite cream blushes are high end is a little shocking. So the first one is the Rose Ink Lip and Cheek Color, and this is in the shade Foxglove. Julia Adams? Yeah, Julia Adams, a YouTuber on here as well. She's the one that convinced me to get this because it looks so beautiful on her and so smooth on her skin. It's a wonderful color. It's not orange, but it's not too pink. It's just a wonderful everyday mauve-y color. And it's, again, so smooth on the skin. Packaging is kind of funny because everyone says it looks like a toilet. So once you see that, you can't get that out of your head. This company is by Rosie Huntington Whiteley. She was a Victoria's Secret model, and she created this brand, and she has bronzers. I think she also has concealers. She almost has a full range. I do know that. But this product makes me want to try more. And this is amazing. You can blend it with your fingers. If you got to go real quick, you can blend it with your fingers on your cheeks, put some on your lips, and be out the door. And it looks beautiful. Again, so smooth on the skin. Looks so hydrating, especially in the winter time. Or if you have some dry skin, this looks so smooth, but it's not overly glowy, but it's not super matte either. It just looks like your skin with a nice flush on it. It's beautiful, and I have had to hold back on getting more shades of this because my blush collection I have a ton of blush. I really do. I plan on getting some more shades of this in the future. Foxglove's been my favorite because I can really transform it, and with the powder blush I put on top, I can go pink with it, or I can go orange with it, brown, you name it. This is a really transformative color in my opinion, even though it doesn't seem like it. But yeah, again, great everyday blush. I really love it, and it's one that's constantly in my rotation. And the next blushes, no surprise here, are the About Face Cheek Freak blushes. I have two here. I have the shade Raunchy, and then I have the shade Smash. Raunchy is this orangey shade. Whoop. This was so beautiful in the summer for more warm tone looks, and as well in the fall. I think it looks beautiful on my skin, and I love the orange color. Again, another cream blush that is so smoothing on the skin, and it makes your skin look so healthy. I love the packaging, the matte packaging of it. This is a brand that I just am really becoming more and more intrigued with. This is the shade Smash. This was one that was kind of a whim one where I saw the color and it's like a purpley, burgundy, reddish color. It's so interesting, and this is beautiful. Again, winter for more wintry looks, but these make my skin look so smooth. Great flush of color. You can build it up, or you can kind of just tap a little bit on. I really like these, and About Face is becoming one of my favorite brands. And this is another formula that I had to really stop myself of getting more shades of. But I think I want to get another one. I can really transform, I can kind of neutralize the orange with putting a neutral color or a pink color on top. You know, I like to mix and match the colors, and I think you can create some really cool looks that way. So really love these formulas, especially with how smooth they make your skin look. All right, on to powders. We're going to go into powder bronzer. The first one, again, this one was a surprise. This is a mini of the Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder in shade medium by Glowish. This is one I got in, again, mini at Sephora. And this is one that had to kind of build a relationship on, because in the beginning, the pigmentations in the swirl, or the shades in the swirl, was very, very light. And as I've used it more and more, it has gotten a lot darker, and again, nice glow. If I want a more soft, in terms of tone, bronze look, so if I'm doing like a no makeup, just the lighter makeup days, I love reaching for this because it gives a nice bronze to the skin, nothing overpowering, as well as a glow. Now, is it like glowy? No. That was one thing that I was kind of disappointed in. I was thinking this was going to be a super glowy bronzer, but honestly, it gives a little glow, but not highlighty glow, and it's not super matte. So maybe natural is the best way to describe it. It's definitely a lot more natural glow. So if you're expecting this to be super glowy, don't, because this is not a glowy, super glowy product, even though it's called Glowish. I really like this. I don't know if I would buy the full size. I don't think I need to. Granted, I've used this a ton, but I'm nowhere close to hitting pan on it, even though I really love this bronzer and I've used it a ton. This one surprised me, because at first I didn't like it, to the fact that it wasn't glowy, but you know what? This one has quickly become a staple. And the second powder bronzer is the Ulta Beauty Baked Bronzer. And this is, again, a marbled kind of bronzer. Supposed to be a little bit more glowy. This is supposedly a dupe for the Hourglass ones. I haven't tried the Hourglass ones, so I don't know how accurate that is. But this is a glowy bronzer. Not the Glowish. This one is a glowy bronzer, and it's a beautiful tone on me. I can kind of take or leave with the whole swirl thing, but I love the tone that this creates. I love the glow that it creates. Again, this has also been in my rotation. There's a little bit of a dip in it. It's a baked bronzer, so it would take me a very long time to use it up. It's funny because my mom doesn't really like glowy stuff, because otherwise I would have told her to get this when she was looking for a bronzer. But I steered her towards a matte bronzer. I can't remember which one it was. But I really like this. I think it makes my skin, again, look healthy, glowy, with giving a little bit of a bronze and color back into it after, put on foundation. It's great on its own for no makeup looks. It's great for glam. Like, it's one of my lighter bronzers. I'm not going to lie. It's funny that both the bronzers that I put in my favorites this year are lighter bronzers, because I'm just a bronzer girl and I like putting color back into my skin. But I found that I'm liking the non-harsh look. And I've used this as like eyeshadow. I've used both of those as eyeshadow, and it looks great. Really, really like it. Again, great tone, really smooth on the skin, nice glow, nothing crazy. So it's not like I'm putting like brown highlighter. And that's what I really, really, really like it. It's nice, healthy, natural glow. And onto powder blush, I have a drugstore and a high-end. The first one is the Benefit Box Blushes. This is their like mini of their box blushes, and this is in the shade Peachin', which is a like brown. Do I have pan on that? Oh no, it looks like I have pan. Which is like a brownie, orangey, peachy tone. I'm wondering if I can try to get the shade so you can see it. But it's not overly brown, and it's not overly orange or peachy. It's just a nice neutral blush. I'd use this blush for looks where the focus is on the lip or on the eyes, or if I need to like neutralize a really bold like cream blush, I would reach into this. There's a little bit of shimmer in it, which I noticed, but you can't really tell when you put it on. I love minis, especially for things like blushes and bronzers, because sometimes they just take a long time to use up. especially blush, and with my blush collection, minis it would take forever for me to use up minis. Back to this blush. I really like this. I love the tone of this on my skin. Again, great neutral blush that to neutralize especially if I went overboard on a cream colored cream blush, or if I'm just wanting a more toned down blush look that day. Great color and great blush for it. Really easy to use. So really recommend trying these out. And kind of surprised here, but when I looked in and I found that these were my favorite blushes, again, surprisingly, is these Ulta Beauty Flush blushes. I have the shade Pink Smoke, which is this everyday mauve blush. And then I also have a Sweet as Honey, which is, again, which is a neutral, more orangey leaning blush. Now this, when it says Sweet as Honey, this is sometimes comes off like straight up brown on me, which I'm not mad at. I was a little surprised because it looks like it's going to be a little bit more peachy, but it's beautiful, and again transforms with whatever's underneath it. Again, great for neutralizing. This is a lot lighter and pinkier than I was expecting, but it's still a beautiful blush. These are matte blushes. There's not glow in them at all, and which I still liked, and found myself reaching for these a lot, especially just depending on the look I'm going for. If I'm going more cool tone, I would reach for this pink one. And if I was just going neutral or even warm tone, I would reach for this one. And again, I would mix and match, create different interesting color combinations with my blush. And I was surprised that I really liked it. Looks smooth on the skin. They don't last very long. I would say that, but again, I don't wear my makeup for like 12 to 16 hours. I think maybe that'll change here soon. To me, when I layered it with a cream blush, I feel like my blush lasts a long time, so that's just something I typically do anyways. But is this gonna be like a 24-hour blush? No. Overall, they are beautiful, and I really like them. I really do. And the last blush is one where you can't even see the marking on it, and it's the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush, and this is in the shade Rosy Rosewood. They came out with these earlier this year. I love their Pure Nude highlighters, so when I heard they were coming out with blushes, of course I had to grab one. And this is a darker mauvier blush with, of course, you can see there's a glow to it. I really like this blush. I'm actually wearing it today, and it's just a beautiful flush. When I put this on, sometimes I don't even need highlighter, and because of the glow to it. And again, really smoothing on the skin, as you can see. Again, I'm wearing it. Really smoothing on the skin, and just gives a nice color, nice flush. I didn't build up a ton because I didn't really want a whole lot of blush, to be honest. But I have this layered over top the Milk Makeup cream blushes. And again, really smooth on the skin, really beautiful flush, lasts a long time. I can't complain. I love the glow with it. They have a ton of colors. I've debated getting like their peachy orange one, but again, I have a ton of blush, so I'm trying to control myself. I really like the formula. It's really, really smoothing on the skin, and it just, again, gives a nice flush, you know, and you can build it up, or you can, again, just do what I did and just layer it and just do a nice little flush. But yeah, those are my favorite powder blushes, which again was really, really surprising. All right, on to brows. And no surprise here for brow product. It is the NYX Professional Makeup, the Brow Glue, specifically in the shade Dark Brown. This is the one that they've added this year. I'm wearing it in my brows. NYX can go wrong with me for the brow products. I wear it all the time. Locks down my brows, gives them a little tint. Enough said, no fuss. Like, I've talked about this a lot, and it's been a favorite, and it will continue to be a favorite of mine. And yeah, and it's not very expensive, even though it's a small packaging. It's is amazing, and it does wonders for my brows. All right, on to eyes. Now I have a ton of, not that one. I have a ton of shades of the e.l.f. No Budge eyeshadow sticks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I have 6. Yeah, I have 6. I have 3 of their like shimmer metallic formulas and 3 of the mattes. Yeah, as you can see here, ton of the colors, and they come with, like, I don't even have them all. They have plenty more. I love these for just drawing on really quickly, blending it out or not, depending on how well I do that day. They're a thick crayon, and again, just draw it in, blend it either with your fingers or a brush, and you can be out the door. I really like Thrift Shop and Cool Beans for a just great everyday look. I love the shade Groovy, which is a nice bright orange. I did this when I did like my pumpkin spice tutorial. I used this. Really like the color because you can, that's the great thing with these, you can really build it up and get the color really, really bold. Or it could be a nice wash of color as like a nice little like surprise, which makes it very like versatile with their use. And then the 3 metallic shades, the one I use constantly is Champagne Crystal for like my brow bone and inner corner. And then Midnight Sapphire is just a really pretty blue. And then I got Magnetic Pull, thinking it was a dupe for an About Face one, which actually I will talk about in a second. But I really like these shadow sticks. Again, they're e.l.f., so they're super affordable. I know Rare Beauty has come out with some shadow sticks, as well as Fenty. I haven't tried those out because honestly, I just like these, and they're affordable, and they do a good job. Really easy to blend, and they stay, and they don't crease. It's just so easy, and I'm gonna need easy when I become a mom. Now on to the About Face products. And these specifically About Face eye products. This one is the matte fluid eye paint, which is About Face's like one of their first launches, and this is in the shade Smell Before Rain. So it's a really pretty nude, and this is their liquid eyeshadows. It has like this flat doe foot on there, flat doe foot applicator. Sorry, my brain's just not working. But yeah, so it's a cool tone, neutral color that I've put on underneath some bold shadows. I've worn by itself, and it takes a minute to dry it down, so you have some time to work with it. But once you dry it down, like, it stays and it doesn't crease. These are amazing. I plan on getting some more shades of this and some bolder ones. I know they have some really pretty like blues. They also have a shimmer version of this that I want to try. Yeah, I really like these, and I know with her brand and specifically with these, you can kind of use them anywhere. So if I want to get super creative and graphic, I can, which I really like. Her brand really brings out like the artist in you. And then I also got their shadow stick, and this is in the shade Actual Ambrosia, and this is their pearly one. This is what I thought was the e.l.f. one was gonna dupe, but it's got a nice, again, beautiful metallic, really smooth, really easy, and it's a couple bucks more than the e.l.f. ones. There's a sharpener underneath on the bottom as well, and they're beautiful, and again, they last a long time. And I've used this with powders. I've used this with the About Face like fluid eye paint. I've used it with other like the e.l.f. shadow sticks, and all these combined, like, they work really well together, and they're just so good, and they're not terribly expensive. Like, and I know About Face has their like 94 brand, which I plan on trying out as well, because About Face is just a brand that I'm really falling in love with, and I think I'm going to try more of. And yeah, and honestly, if I find more shades that I really love of either of these formulas, I'm definitely going to pick them up, as hard as it will be to like say no. All right, on to a newer purchase, but one I have not been able to put away since I got it, and especially the holiday season. It was I'm finding it was a really good purchase on my end, or smart purchase on my end. And it's my most expensive, and that is the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Palette. The neutral palette that was supposed to, ooh. This is the neutral palette that was supposed to be limited edition. Has beautiful cool tone, warm tone, neutral shades. This is one I'm wearing on my eyes today. Great for every day, and I can glam it up with some of the darker shades. The shimmers were the one thing I'm really disappointed in, but I think I've come to the conclusion that I think he didn't want a whole lot of like boldness. He wanted the wash of the shimmer, and he wanted this to be just a great neutral everyday palette where you can travel with this and you can put a look together, and it's not, I mean, this is not anything groundbreaking in terms of the shades, but you can mix up some cool tones, warm tones. You have your options. And I really like this palette, and I'm really glad I purchased it. I was kind of in between this palette and another one. I've been using this constantly throughout the holiday season because, again, it's been quick. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and I feel beautiful. I feel like I got a little more zhuzh, but I'm not like over the top or anything like that. I just feel really good and put together, and I think that's what this palette was made for. It's been worth it, and if you got your hands on it, you're lucky. And I hope, honestly, he should make it like a permanent product, because these shades, obviously people are always going to pursue these shades, because like the average everyday woman is not necessarily going after blue or red or orange eyeshadows. I mean, if you are, good for, like, go you. Like, I love that you're being bold, but for the most part, people need just neutral everyday go-to shades in their palette or in their eyeshadows, and this is a great palette for that reason. So I really like it. Definitely worth it, and really surprised that I've been just constantly wearing it. And also too, it's one where you can really go from day to night. Like, I can add a winged eyeliner, I can add a colored eyeliner, I can add a super shock on top, and it'll just make it a little bit more bold. So yeah, it's one of those that's definitely universal and very transformative. Okay, on to eyeliners. Okay, so the specific kind of eyeliner from Essence, the Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil, which are waterproof. I'm wearing the one in Silky Nude, but I also have the But First Espresso one, and these have been a go-to ever since I grabbed these. They last a lot longer for me. They're great. Like the But First Espresso color is beautiful, and it really brings out my brown eyes. The Silky Nude really kind of opens up and makes my eyes look more awake without the harshness of white. And so I was really glad I got this shade. Really smooth, definitely long lasting. Waterproof, not 100% agree with. Just, I have watery eyes, so a lot of times it just comes right off. But I do agree that they're very, very long lasting. So if you're looking for a specific color, I grabbed obviously very neutral shades. But if I'm looking for a specific color and I need a newer eyeliner, I'm going to go check out this Essence one and see if they have it. But yeah, this is a really, really, really pretty eyeliner, especially in this Silky Nude color. And again, Essence, so super affordable. Also, another Essence product. As you can see, I liked Essence this year. This one, no surprise here, this mascara. And this is the Essence Double Trouble waterproof mascara. If you've been following me this year, no surprise that I'm mentioning this. This is a beautiful mascara, waterproof, long lasting, has an interesting wand where one side is curved and then the other side has a ton of bristles. So you can really lengthen and volumize your lashes. I have a lot of lashes and long lashes, so it's really hard for a mascara to look bad on me. This one blew me away, and the fact it was waterproof. I was wearing it coaching, in games, all day. Didn't smudge or didn't flake. Now I think this bottle's starting to go, so because it's definitely flaking, which I thought was kind of strange because usually it doesn't. But this makes my lashes look so bold and so and my eyes look so awake. This is my second bottle of this, and yeah, it's amazing. It says definition and volume, 100% agree. And yeah, this This was my favorite mascara. I went through this so quickly and I found myself missing it, so I immediately repurchased it, and I'm gonna repurchase it again. So this was a great discovery this year, and I hope they don't discontinue it because it's a beautiful mascara. On to last category, which is lips. All right, so first off is the e.l.f. O Face lipsticks. I have 2 shades of Dirty Talk and Effortless. This one is Dirty Talk, which is a really pretty, just peachy nude color. I really like these. These are more matte. This one is Effortless. I recently got this one. This is definitely a little bit more pink. This was a lot brighter. This one was a lot brighter than I was expecting. This lipstick is by no means like transfer proof, but it's a nice satin finish. It's not too matte, not too shiny, very comfortable to wear. I do wish they were a little more transfer proof, but it's a beautiful color. And the shade Dirty Talk is my favorite out of the 2. Effortless I thought was going to be a little bit more like my color lips, but better. But still beautiful. My favorite shade is Dirty Talk. e.l.f. recently came out with these, and I really love them. They have been a purse lipstick for me. Downside is they're not super transfer proof. But, I mean, if you're wearing lipstick, I would love that if all the lipsticks were like that, but it's not that big a deal to me. The only time it is a big deal to me is when it's like a red, because, yeah, you don't want that everywhere. Anyways, I really like the formula. Again, very comfortable to wear. It is very long lasting, I will say, with the fact that it's not really transfer proof. But overall, like, the formula is very long lasting. Unless I'm eating like a burger or sushi, then of course it's off. But for the most part, like, this is just a great everyday, just effortless lipstick where you can just get shades that are like your lips but better, and it's going to be one that you reach for all the time. Again, I really like this. I also am loving bullet lipsticks right now, so that was a great discovery this year and one I've been constantly using. All right, for like a lip gloss, again, another Essence product, and it is the What the Fake Plumping Lip Filler with cinnamon oil and hyaluronic acid, and this is in the shade Oh My Nude. So it's a nude lip plumping gloss. When I got this, I was shocked, of how much I was grabbing it and how much I was wearing it. This is just a really pretty nude color, and it does plump your lips, let me tell you. It's not super painful, honestly, but as you can see, really great pinky nude color. And it plumped my lips. It also kind of took away some of the lines on my lips. The sting is not that bad. Now, I haven't tried the Too Faced one, which I've heard is the worst one. But the sting, to me, with the cinnamon, it's not that bad. I also have a high tolerance for pain, so, take that with a grain of salt. But I really liked this. Again, I think it really made my lips really plump. Once that sting is gone after a little while, the plump stayed. And it was just a comfortable gloss. It's not goopy. And it has a nice shine to it, and so that's why this was constantly in my purse. So it's like if I'm out and about and my lipstick's gone, but I have my lip liner still, I can put this on, and it just really rejuvenates and hydrates my lips, while also just kind of giving them a little more zhuzh. I have been talking for a very long time, so I'm losing my mind. There is a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not like very obvious. Like there's some glitter in it, but I really like that. Actually, I'm going to put some on now so you can kind of see. The shade is just a nice pinky nude, and yep, starting to sting. But it's not that bad, and it goes away. And like I still feel like even after the sting is gone, my lips look plump. They look a little bit smoother. They got a nice shine to them. So I really like this. And this one was like a couple of bucks. And like the shade is just so pretty and great for every day. So that one was definitely like a purse gloss this year. And our last product, we have made it, which is, as funny enough, another plumping gloss. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss. This is a mini of this. I'm actually almost out of this. This definitely smooths your lips, let me tell you. There is a little bit, if I remember correctly, there's a little bit of a sting, but it's not that bad. And this, I put it over tons of different lipsticks, and it just really smoothed my lips, gave a nice gloss and nice plump to them and nice little moisture to them. And yeah, this is this I know is viral, and a lot of people love this, but there's a good reason for it. Now, these are definitely different. This one is really heavy on the line smoothing. This one is just a nice good color and plump. So depending on what you're going for, if you want line smoothing, grab the Lawless Forget the Filler. And the mini, this mini has lasted me a long time, but I do plan on getting the full size. And it does a really good job, again, nourishing, plumping, and smoothing out your lips. I'm 30, so I'm getting a little older, and I'm getting a lot more lines in my lips, and this smooths it out. That's for sure. This definitely smooths it out. So I really recommend this. I love the fact that it's a gloss, so it gives a little bit of a shine to it, and especially since glosses were so big these past couple of years. And yeah, I really like this. Lawless is a brand, again, I'm wanting to try more from. I have their like lip plumping like mask that this came with the lip pumping and line smoothing mask, and it was amazing. It was so good. They have all kinds of shades, so you can wear this by itself, or you can wear it over top something, or over top any lip product, and it looks great. Yeah, the lips are starting to it's starting to go down. The sting is starting to go down, but you can tell it's a little bit. I mean, I don't expect to have like brand new lips out here, but it gives a little zhuzh. Okay, we made it to all of my 2023 favorites. I know that was a long one, but I just loved so many products this year that I was constantly reaching for. And again, did not realize it was going to be this long, but you know what? 2023 year, as a roller coaster of years it was a good one, and I'm so looking forward to 2024 and what's to come. I know it'll be an interesting year, and I feel like 2023 I had a really good balance of decluttering as well as adding and testing new products, and I plan on continuing that balance, and hopefully actually really even mastering it, I think, is the best way to describe it, because this is my job, and we'll be constantly testing out products. Are there any products that were my favorites that you loved as well? Have you tried these products? And also let me know down in the comments if there are any products that were your favorites that I should try out. I would love to get a little list going. I'm constantly looking for new products to test out. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you are new here. Join the little family that's growing here on YouTube. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. It is at From Hem to Stem. I hope you had a wonderful 2023 and hope you have a blessed 2024. I'm so excited for what's to come. I plan on continuing makeup, vlogs, fashion, sewing projects, DIYs, the hodgepodge that I like to call it. And this is going to be a fun year. I'm excited for the videos that are coming. So subscribe and stay tuned for that. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season and Merry Christmas. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.